तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पाञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं मन्दश्रीगुणोदनतारणं परमानन्दमाधव श्री चैतन्येश्वरम्। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 3, text number 23. Sattvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Sattvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Yadiyate Tatra Pumana Pavrita. Yadiyate Tatra Pumana Pavrita. सत्वे च तस्मिन् भगवान् वासुदेवो सत्वे च तस्मिन् भगवान् वासुदेवो यदोक्षजो मे नमसा विधीयते यदोक्षजे मे नमसा विधीयते सत्वं विशुद्धं वसुदेव सद्दितं यदीयते तत्र पुमानपावृत सत्वे च तस्मिन् भगवान् वासुदेवो यदोक्षजो मे नमसा विधीयते
Sarvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabhitam Sarvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabhitam Yadiyate Tatra Pumanam Pamutta Yadiyate Tatra Pumanam Pamutta Satve cha tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Satve cha tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Namasa Vidiyate Yadokshajyo me Namasa Vidiyate Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabhitam Yadiyate Tatra Pumanam Pamutta Satve cha tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Om Visuddham Vasudeva Sabhitam Sarvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabhitam Tatra Pumana Pavrita Yadiyate Tatra Pumana Pavrita Veta Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Veta Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Yadokshajyo me Namasa Vidiyate Yadokshajyo me Namasa Vidiyate Sarvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabhitam Yadiyate Tatra Pumana Pavrita Veta Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Yadokshajyo me Namasa Vidiyate
Sattvam, consciousness. Visuddham, pure. Vasudeva, Sabdim, Sabditam, known as Yat, because Iyate is revealed. Tatra, there. Oman, Supreme Person. Apavrataha, without any covering. Satve, in consciousness. Cha, and Tasmin, in that. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vasudevaha, Vasudeva, he, because Adokshajaha, transcendental, me, by me, Namasa, with obeisances, Vidiyate, worshipped. Translation. I'm always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva and pure consciousness. Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness, in which the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Vasudeva, is revealed without any covering, purport. By His Divine Grace, His Bhaktan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The living entity is constitutionally pure. Asango hi ayam purushaha. In the Vedic literature, it is said that the soul is always pure and uncontaminated by material attachment. The identification of the body with the soul is due to misunderstanding. As soon as one is fully Krishna conscious, it is to be understood that one is in his pure original constitutional position. This state of existence is called as Suddha Sattva, which means that it is transcendental to the material qualities. Since this Suddha Sattva existence is under the direct action of the internal potency, in this state, the activities of the material consciousness stop. For example, when iron is put into a fire, it becomes warm. And when red hot, although it is iron, it acts like fire. Similarly, when copper is surcharged with electricity, its action as copper stops. It acts as electricity. Bhagavad Gita 14:26 also confirms that anyone who engages in unadulterated devotional service to the Lord is at once revealed to the position of pure Brahman. Mam Jaya Vyabhicharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samtiti Tan Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Therefore, Suddha Sattva, as described in this verse, is the transcendental position, which is technically called Vasudev. Vasudev is also the name of the person from whom Krishna appears. This verse explains that the pure state is called Vasudev because in that state Vasudev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed without any covering. To execute unadulterated devotional service, therefore, one must follow the rules and regulations of devotional service without a desire to gain material profit by fruitive activities or mental speculation. In pure devotional service, one simply serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a matter of duty, without reason and without being impeded by material conditions. That is called a Suddha Sattva or Vasudeva. Because in that stage, the Supreme Person Krishna is revealed in the heart of the devotee. Srila Jiva Goswami has very nicely described this Vasudeva or Suddha Sattva in his Bhagavad Sandarbha. Explains that Ashtottara Sata 108 is added to the name of the spiritual master to indicate one who is situated in Suddha Sattva or in the transcendental state of Vasudeva. The word Vasudeva is also used for other purposes. For example, Vasudeva also means one who is everywhere or all pervading. The sun is also called Vasudeva Sabditam. The word Vasudeva may be utilized for different purposes, but whatever purpose we adopt, Vasudeva means the all-pervading or localized Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Bhagavad Gita 7.19, it is also stated, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Factual realization is to understand Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and surrender unto Him. Vasudeva is the ground where Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is revealed. When one is free from the contamination of material nature and is situated in pure consciousness or in the Vasudeva state, Vasudeva, the Supreme Person, is revealed. This state is also called Kaivalya, which means pure consciousness. Jnanam Sadvikam Kaivalyam. When one is situated in pure transcendental knowledge, one is situated in Kaivalya. Therefore, Vasudeva also means Kaivalya, a word which is generally used by impersonalists. Impersonal Kaivalya is not the last stage of realization. And Krishna consciousness, Kaivalya, when one understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then one is successful. In that pure state, by hearing, chanting, remembering, etc., because of the development of knowledge of the saints of Krishna, one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these activities are under the guidance of the internal energy of the Supreme Lord. You want me to stop here, right? That's what he said. Okay, Shyam Kishore ordered me to speak only up to, read and speak on this. And tomorrow the rest of one para will be done by the next speaker. No, two, okay. What? Anyway, that's where I want to stop. You want me to stop or what?
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was very long, so that's why.
So what should I do?
If you think if you would like to continue, you can do it. If it's
No,
too long, what if?
Okay, I think that's what you told me yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Shyam Kishore who asked me to speak on only these two paragraphs. Actually, I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization. I seek the blessings of everyone. So Srimad Bhagavatam is Amalam Puranam. So one needs to have a qualification actually. So Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. What a verse. Who is speaking? Shiva is speaking. Amazing. I really doubt how many people in India know this. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Yadi yati yatatra pumanamavrata. Hare Krishna. So, let me read it. I am always engaged in offering obeisance to Lord Vasudeva in pure consciousness, pure Krishna consciousness. So Lord Shiva is telling, Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness in which Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Vasudeva, is revealed without any covering. So actually what happened when Daksha came, Lord Shiva was in that consciousness, fully meditating. So he was actually oblivious to surroundings. Then, being misunderstood, Daksha actually cursed him. So now in this chapter, Parvati is telling, I want to go and see my parents. Honestly speaking, I'm unable to comprehend Mother Parvati's nature. Mother Sati's nature. So now she's telling, I want to go and see my parents. They are doing fire sacrifice. All the ladies are going. So in the heavenly planets, all this is happening in heavenly planets. So they're all, this fully decorated, wife and husband, they take their aeroplanes and they're all going in the aeroplanes. Sati came to know, where are you guys going? We are going to attend the fire sacrifice conducted by your father. And she was the pet child of Daksha. So she went to her husband and said, husband, please give me permission. I want to go. And actually, these are very, very instructive verses actually. So Daksha is telling, you can go there. I'm telling you, if you go there, you will not be honored. Until you are married, you are very pet child to your father. But so your father is not happy with me. And So you'll be dishonored. So then you'll be very sorry that you are connected with me. And now I want to read actually. Today's verse is 23, but I want to read 21, 22, just to touch a little bit and we'll come to today's verse. One who is conducted with false ego, thus always distressed, both mental and sensually, cannot tolerate the opulence of self-realized persons. Being unable to raise to the standard of self-realization, he envies such persons as much as demons envy Supreme Personality of Godhead. What an instructive statement. When you see somebody better than you, especially, that's what your imagination, this person is more advanced. Many times I mentioned our advancement is always internal. But if we are not careful, we see somebody's success external. Then what happens if we are not careful? We become envious of them. Who is telling this? Hey, it's happening in heavenly planets. And this Shiva is talking about Daksha, who's a Prajapati. Not to speak of Kali Yuga conditioned souls. And where next? So, when we see somebody is advanced, we cannot take it. If you're not careful. Actually, goal of life is to get rid of envy. What is the goal of life? And what is today's world doing? Whether it is a university, whether it is a temple, mosque, church, synagogue, everyone is telling increase your envy. Everyone. I'm going to agree. Just increase your envy. You spend so many years of education where you are convinced you are this body. If you enjoy your senses, you'll be happy. And why we got this body? We got this body because we declared envy towards Krishna. We declared rebellion. And what is everyone telling? Parents also. Go and study nicely. Chant 2 rounds so that you will not become victim to your temptations, so that you'll become a doctor or engineer. And you can enjoy your senses for the rest of the eternity. How many of you agree? That's what I don't know. You do the same thing, your parents. But in India, what? 10th grade, 12th grade, nicely study. Control your mind and senses for 2 years so that you can enjoy your senses for the rest of the life. Because with all the money you get, we don't have any affection for America. What is that affection we have for America? Dollar is 80 whatever, I don't know. And the moment you get visa, your parents, they think they are in heavenly planets. Actually, my visa had a problem. I went back to India. One devotee called me from America. I don't have job, so I want to come back to India. I said, if you don't have job, come back to India. But my parents are telling, because you're in America, you have a lot of high reputation in the relative circle. Even if you're begging, beg there only, but don't come. आजकल आपका बेटा क्या करते हैं? बोस्टन में भीख मांगते हैं. He begs in America. Wow. Your second son is a manager in this guy. Manager in India. First one is begging in Boston. That is bullshit. Envy. There is a lecture. What is that? Dharma Project Gaitapatra Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam. Second verse of Bhagavatam. First canto, first chapter. Bhagavatam rejects all the cheating religions. Means what? You go to church, you go to a mosque, you go to a synagogue, you go to a temple. You take a wish list, take this $5, but fulfill my wish list. Why Krishna is not giving? Because this will increase your envy. What are you telling? Take this $5 and increase my envy. Actually, this is a very lengthy lecture. First time it opened my eyes. This is not my realization. It's a realization of a Mahabharata devotee actually. Wow. That type of religion, including liberation. Bhagavatam says an envy only. Impersonal liberation, you want to become one with God. I am God. All these so-called gods in India. Envy. Can you believe Daksha is a progenitor? And so many people are going to see him. His son-in-law is actually Gunavatar of Krishna. Actually, let me tell you, it's very easy to speak when somebody is listening. But everyone has to see, as I'm speaking as though I don't have. No, I'm also nonsense number one. When we understand this, we become humble. It should not bring inferiority. We should become humble. Then everyone's consciousness goes up. Instead of thinking I have impurities and feeling sad, we should feel humble. And wait for Krishna's grace so that one day they'll be removed, which is not tomorrow. Tomorrow they won't be removed. Even not 5 years, they won't be removed. What we have to do? Become humble. Next verse, my dear young wife, certainly friends and relatives offer mutual greetings by standing up, welcoming one another and offering obeisances. But those who are elevated to the transcendental platform, being intelligent, offer such respects to the super soul who is sitting within the body, not to the person who identifies with the body. When you see a Vaishnava offering obeisance is one level. What is the next level? Offering obeisances to that person, offering obeisance to super soul. Krishna is present. Sitting here one time, what is his name? Our Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj said this. There is only one country where this is given. Namaste. If you really know what namaste means, you'll never offer namaste to anybody. Namaste means na, mama, te, whatever I have is yours. Really give it to me. No, that's not Vedic culture. Why? I am seeing the super soul in your heart. To that super soul, I am the servant. But super soul is with you, I am your servant also, such a Mahabhagavad Devata Vaishnava. The other person says, no, no, no. I am seeking super soul in your heart. I am servant to you and the super soul. Whatever I have is yours. If everyone has this consciousness, wow, what will prevail? Vaikuntha atmosphere will prevail. You know? What is that verse? Atmavat man. I forgot. No. There's two more lines before that. So Pandita. You know? Matravat Paradareshu. You see everyone, first of all, if you see, it's a covering, but inside you see soul and super soul. Soul is actually same gender. How many of you know? It took a long time for me to understand. That's why it's called kindred spirit. Soul has the same gender. What is the gender? Prakriti. Who is the Purusha? Krishna. Krishna is the only Purusha. Soul is only Prakriti, feminine. So that's why we serve Krishna. Krishna is served. We are serving. So, but if somebody has a covering of a feminine body, even body is feminine, matrat pardareshu. If you are married, except your wife, everyone is your mother. If you are not married, everyone is your mother. Paradrabeshu lostravat. Others' money, you see it as a piece of stool. I don't need. Atmavat sarvabhuteshu. You see everyone, not the body, but the soul. You see soul in everyone. He is the true Pandita. It's a Pandita. But what is today? World thrives on illicit sex. And what is the stock exchange? How to grab others' money. And why envy? Because how to exploit others. So, but Lord Shiva is telling with these two verses, a real goal of life is when you come to Krishna consciousness, hey, let us pray. We should sincerely seek blessings to become free from envy, free from greed, pride. So for that one needs to adopt a simple living. Otherwise what it will do, it will keep on increasing your births. If the Kali Yuga 5,000 years are over, if it is like this, what if after another 100 years? Why? We are all contributors of destroying Mother Earth with our envy and greed and pride. Everyone shooting in our own foot. Why? Scientists are telling planet will not live more than 100 years. What is, as every university has a motto, Wayne State University's aim higher, that is a motto. Likewise, Vedic culture also has a motto. What is that? Simple living and high thinking. Today, high living and no thinking. Lord Shiva is telling Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam Yadi Yate Tatra Pumana Pavrata. So, Lord Shiva is telling he is always meditating on that. He is on that platform. Vasudeva is the platform Vasudeva is born. Actually, if you want me to share, I'll share something interesting. Bhagavatam starts with what? Before that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Many times I thought, why Vyasadeva did not start Om Namo Bhagavate Krishnaya Namaha? Why he started it? Because Sankarsana Pradyumna Aniruddha Vasudeva Chaturvyuha is only from an expansion of Krishna. From Krishna comes Balramji, from Balramji comes Sankarsana Pradyumna Aniruddha Vasudeva. Why is he telling Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva? The simple answer is, what a Vedic culture is perfect. Vasudeva means he is the source of impersonal Brahman, all-pervading impersonal Brahman. Vasudeva is also source of the super soul, Paramatma. Means the 60,000 sages who are all sitting, some are Mayavadis, some are Brahmavadis, some are Ashtanga yogis, some are devotees. So Vyasadeva with one line he addressed, hey, this book is going to speak of love of God. It's not going to speak. First verse he is telling, God is a person. And that person is all pervasive. Sometimes when you say God is Krishna, so you say, why are you limiting God to a form? What type of form this is? In his Brahman form, he is all pervasive. Like sun, 90,000 miles away. But sun is, you can see sun through the window. Hey, sun is there. Through sunlight. Likewise, so the all pervasive Brahman, this person is all pervasive through his energies. And this person is also super soul in your heart. With one word, he is telling God is a person. The goal of Bhagavatam is you are going to attain the love of God. That's what Sukadeva Goswami is starting the narration. How many of you liked it? Amazing, right? Wow. So, what is that? Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Actually, no. This I hope this will not become a Radhashtami lecture, but Vasudeva is a platform. Vasudeva appears. Vasudeva is born. First of all, you understand what Vasudeva's consciousness. Wow. Whatever he does, his consciousness is for the pleasure of Krishna. On that platform, Vasudeva is born. On that platform, Vasudeva is born. So, but Prabhupada writes here, Vasudeva, Sattvam means here it's not one of the three gunas, Sattva guna. What is that? Vishuddha Sattva, transcendence. Prabhu Goswami mentions pure bhakti starts after liberation. Pure bhakti starts after liberation. So, Vishuddha Sattva is a platform. Krishna comes. Up to that, no, our bhakti is mixed with modes only. Karma Vishuddha Bhakti, Jnana Vishuddha Bhakti. Our bhakti is mixed in three modes, it's not pure bhakti. What is pure bhakti? Mamchaya, what is that? Anya Bilashata, Sunyam, Jnana Karma Dhanavratam, Anukulyana Krishna, Anusilanam, Bhaktiruttama. So that bhakti. So if you do not know the details, if you perform bhakti, avyabhicharana bhakti, Mamchaya avyabhicharana bhakti yogena sevate, Savanan Samtitetan, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. If you perform bhakti, sincere bhakti, pure bhakti, avyabhicharana bhakti, you're already liberated, sir, ma'am. Also, what is that? Shuddha Sattva, he writes in the Prabhupada, Prabhupada is writing, Shuddha Sattva is under internal potency. The moment you become free, actually in a conditioned soul, we are actually what? Tatastha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is mentioning, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is mentioning, we are Tatastha, either when liberated we will be under Yogamaya, when not liberated we will be under Mahamaya. Yogamaya means internal potency. So, Yogamaya has to reveal you Krishna. Sambhavami Atmavaya. I reveal myself through my internal energy. Means for Krishna to be revealed, Radharani has to be there. Yogamaya. So she has to reveal. The way mother shows the baby, hey, this is your father. We do not know actually really. But the parents, mother keeps on telling, the baby recognizes only one person, mother. Because first 1 month, 1 day only, the baby will recognize. This is where I get my food. The mother eventually introduces, hey, this is your father, this is your 10 times. Okay, this is my father. So likewise, what is that? Atmamaya or Yogamaya is the one that will reveal us Vasudeva, Krishna. You know? And it Prabhupada is mentioning very wonderful point. What is that? Guru is called Ashtottar Sita, Nitya Leela. Guru is not just, Srila Prabhupada, Jai Vishnupad Paramasa Prajikacharya, Ashtottar Sita. Means why you are telling? It means he is situated on a transcendental platform. He is situated on a transcendental platform. That's why when somebody is very advanced, they're like fire. People on the level of Srila Prabhupada, we should not go close. We are in 3 modes. They are above 3 modes. And what we do, whenever we deal with them, we try to superimpose our consciousness on them. And we judge, that is deadly. That's very dangerous. So this Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani, Sivaram Maharaj writes, for Kanishta, for him to make progress, he needs association of senior devotees, Madhyamadhikaris and Uttamadhikaris. Because he's a Kanishta. But the problem with Kanishta, he thinks he is Uttama. And he deals with other persons like that. That is deadly. If the association is not there, he'll fall down. He cannot make progress. If association is there, he doesn't know how to deal with that person. Because that is his consciousness. That's why one has to be very careful. If you are in Annamaya and Pranamaya consciousness, whatever happens between Krishna and Gopis, that is what? That is even above Turiyamastha. So when you see boy and girl, I know. Arey, what you know? So with your lusty consciousness, you are trying to... So that's why bhakti, how much ever you can go, it depends on your wings. But the sky is very deep. As eagle can fly probably 4 miles. Crow can fly only not even 500 feet high. Not even half a kilometer. So to the extent you have the ability, that much extent you'll understand. But spirituality is ocean. How many of you understand? So again, we need that grace. Samvit potency. Samvit potency is the one, cognition, knowledge. Who will give? Radha. Actually, Guru, Balramji, So Balramji is the one who has Guru has to reveal. Adi Guru is of course Balramji. Okay, so we are getting Balram Jayanti very soon. So the point is, the point is, unless the grace comes, we cannot. With the grace only, you will deal. But the grace has to come. One day, array, this devotee is very advanced. I should have to be careful. That's good. So you have to be grateful. Gratitude, you can go forward. Chandramouli Maharaj came, he's dealing with me. No, he's very advanced. But this thing happened only this time. Before years, I was not like that. This knowledge was not there. So some people decorate the deities, dressing the deities. Why? Samit potency. Or somebody is managing Janmashtami festival. So that ability is given by Samit potency, Balramji, Nityananda Prabhu. But if you do not have this knowledge, who cooked? Of course, I cooked. All right. Be there. Understanding? That's why, like I used to live in Nurundavan, who dressed? Radharani dressed. Who cooked? Radharani cooked. I assisted. Actually, Guru is the one. That's why, if those people go on the altar, Brahmin initiate devotees, what we do? First, we worship the Guru. So, Guru, you will assist Guru in dressing the deity. You will assist Guru in cooking the boga. It's very important. Otherwise, what happens? I'm the doer. Because what university is telling you, you're the doer. Prakriti Krimanani, Ahankara Mudatma. So throughout your life, your university is telling your office is telling you're the doer, you are the doer. What is the end result? You got a job in Google. After that, you'll become a plant in Google. You'll become a plant in Google. What is the use? Previous life, I was a manager here. That's why Srila Prabhupada calls this civilization soul-killing civilization. What is the civilization called? Soul-killing civilization. Hare Krishna. So real goal of life is to purify yourself. Minute to minute. My Lord, please, please, please. And I was reading this, 2 sentences I loved. You want to hear what I loved it? You can attend this platform very easily. What you have to do? Give up your job, give up everything, go to Vrindavan and settle there and do sadhana. Is that true? Nobody will come here. No. You can attend this platform just by Shravanam Kirtanam. Hey, stay where you are. You're in America, you have a job, perfect, stay there. But regularly listen. Regularly listen about Krishna. Regularly Shravanam, listen about Krishna, Kirtanam, chant the holy name. Even if you're an untargeted guy, even if you're in New York City, continue your job. If you do these 2 things, it will put you on that Vasudeva platform very soon. I never paid attention to this line. Yesterday I was thinking, great. Bhagavatam class, okay, sleep comes. But when the knowledge, you will attend Vasudeva platform not by giving up your duties. No, do your duties. You work very hard because end of the month you will get the paycheck. But chant your round so sincerely so that next life you don't need to get the paycheck. How many of you understand? There is no attachment at all. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayoja Janayati also Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yad Ahaitikam. When you worship Krishna, what is Sukadeva Goswami telling first canto Srimad Bhagavatam? Right time will give you knowledge. Right time will give you detachment. Can you believe? Sukadeva, what is that? Maharaj Parikshit, he throughout his life he had children. He was actually wearing all the jewelry. He was a king, emperor, Kshatriya. The moment, so Kshatriya, what about Kshatriya? Actually, Bhakti Charsana says there are no Kshatriyas today. Everyone is scared. No. Immediately when he saw Kali trying to kill the cow, immediately picked up sword, he wanted to cut off his head. Means he knew that person will fight, I am ready to fight. Either I will die, you die. But I will not tolerate adharma. But suddenly when he was cursed, cursed to die have only 7 days. Janayati asu vairagyam. Immediately when he was cursed to die in 7 days, what popped up? Okay, let me withdraw all the insurance and go to Hawaii and enjoy. He didn't think of that. The Paramatma Krishna inspired him. Vairagyam. When we go to toilet, nobody sees. Without even passing what we passed, you just press the flush button and come out. Likewise, the moment he understood they have only 7 days time, he walked out just wearing only one cow pin. What's the problem in this world? Attachment. What's the problem? What brings us to this world again and again and again? Attachments. Grostha, you put your hand in the heart of Grostha, 3 pictures will come. Spouse, children, and assets. How many agree? That's it. He'll always meditate on that term. Yad bhavam, tad bhavati. Whatever you meditate, you'll become that. But if you really ask me, this is a very encouraging verse. Here, whoever you are, continue doing it. Come chant your rounds, listen Bhagavatam class. Ladies and gentlemen, the day you're ready, Krishna will give you. Maharaj Parikshit gave 7 days notice he had. That's it. Renunciation came. Wow, all the images in your heart are wiped out. But of course, there's Parikshit, grandson of Arjun. Understanding or not? So, Sivananda Sen was a manager. 6 months he would work. That money he would take all the devotees to Jagannath Puri. Sometimes we think, if I sing very well, I'll become famous. If I give class very well, I'll become famous. If I do this, I'll become famous. Do whatever you're good at. Jana Mata was actually, after Nityananda Prabhu's wife, she was actually a guru. She was just cooking prasad for everyone. She was not doing big things. But all the people, because that's their nature, motherly nature. So do whatever you're good at. For the pleasure of Samsiddhar Haritoshanam. Whatever you're good at, do for the pleasure of Krishna. I used to have a roommate. Actually, I can say he came and joined. Basically, we pulled him. He was doing PhD that time. And every day he would come home at 12 o'clock and he would chant his rounds. 12 to 2, 16 rounds. So now you'll fall asleep one day, you may give it up, I said. I said, never. Right now, I'm not doing any service. My service to Krishna is my chanting 16 rounds. My service to my Guru and Krishna is the 16 rounds. He never skipped his 16 rounds. 12 to 2, he would chant his rounds. Today is a very big professor, actually. So, whatever you are good at, do for the pleasure of Krishna. You will get the right knowledge, jnanam, and detachment. You will attain that platform. So Krishna is telling, okay, your heart is contaminated. Don't be depressed. Actually, if you really ask me, take a pen and paper. For one day, you write down all your thoughts. Don't need to show anybody. How much Krishna is there? How much role lust is playing, greed is playing, envy is playing. And if you just, if you take it out, this is the last day. What is your percentage of going back to Godhead? Right? So what you have to do? Sadhana. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanyagamina paramam purusham divyam yati parthanu chintayat. What is Krishna telling? Abhyasa yoga yuktena. Sadhana karo. You want to attain that Parama Purusha, Paramam Purusham Divyam, transcendental. And the next verse, Kavim Purana Manusasitaram, Anayor Aniyam Sanusparedya, Sarvasa Dhataram Chintirogum, Adityaram Tamsaparastu. So, what is that? So, what is telling? Abhyasa. What is your Abhyasa? Shravanam and Kirtanam. Sarvam Bhattacharya asked Lord Chaitanya, in the Kali Yuga, what are the, out of Navavidha Bhakti, what are the two things very important? Lord Chaitanya said, Shravanam Kirtanam, that should be your Abhyas. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Eva. Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva. That's it. Hare Nam, Eva Kevalam. I told one time in the class, we would get about 3 o'clock. Gauram Prabhu would drink water that time. No other way, no other way. One day I asked him, Prabhuji, what is no other way? Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Eva Kevalam. He said, Yugal Kishore, mind always says there is some way. Mind always says there is some way, not this. Our ego is so high. Actually, one time, Varsana Maharaj, as well as Radhana Swami, few brahmacharis, we were sitting. I was all sitting. In that very joyful mood, they asked any question. I raised my hand. I'm chanting my 16 rounds. This is my question. Listen carefully. I'm chanting my 16 rounds. I'm attending my program. What else I should do? Can you understand the mentality of the question? I'm telling him, sad, I asked this question 22 years ago. Radha Swami became angry actually. So what I'm telling, I'm taking. Okay, rice dal sabji is over. What else? Hey, your 16 rounds, that is where sages are investing time for since time immemorial. They're putting so many hours, chanting 128 rounds, 192 rounds every day. You're telling you just took it like a, what is that? Cilantro in the khichdi, you know? Just nikal diya aapne. This is not, I finished my 16 rounds. That is where you have to invest. Don't develop familiarity with holy name. In such a wonderful and joking environment, suddenly become angry. I said, why you are becoming angry? So he's trying to impress on my mind, hey, your investment should be on the holy name. It worked. Today, I hold only bead bag. This is the only thing that's going to come. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. Sadhana, invest on Shravanam Kirtanam, that will clear your heart, that will clean your heart. Envy and anger, pride. Another problem with metal world, greed. You know? So, what is the sign we are making progress? Hamba. And during Mahaprakash Lila Lord Chaitanya, said, call Sridhar. Nobody knew Kola Sridhar. Sridhar never came to the audience of devotees and say, I am also chanting. All night I chant. And whatever money he would make, 50% he would sell, he would use it for worshipping Ganga. And he has more holes in his shirt than the shirt. He has more holes in his roof than the roof. But Sridhar was a very accomplished man inside. He never even promoted as a devotee. He did not even want people to know I'm a devotee. It's difficult though, because Kali Yuga is not easy. Because we need Sangha. But Kalashvedra was very advanced. Lord Chaitanya said to go in this direction. You'll see one person chanting. Bring him. Sridhar would chant in the night. The neighbors would say, Sridhar, oh, what will you get worshipping Krishna? You don't even have a square meal. Eat this banana. They were thinking he was he is chanting the holy name out of hunger. Don't cry like this. They would throw a banana and eat it. They could not understand Sridhar's mentality. And they brought him, they saw Lord Chaitanya revealed the entire spiritual world. revealed Krishna. Revealed, Krishna standing next to Balramji. So all the cows. And Sridhar fainted. And Sridhar got up. Lord Chaitanya said, Sridhar, how much you have gone through for my sake? Ask Sridhar. Should I make you the richest man on the planet? Should I give you a planet? Should I give you 8 mystic perfections? Lord Chaitanya said, all right, come back to spiritual world. I'll give you not impersonal liberation. You can come back to Vaikuntha, Krishna Loka. Sridhar said, no, my Lord. I'm very happy where I am, whatever I'm doing, I'm happy with that. I don't need anything. And one statement is there. King is sitting in the palace, eating very opulent foods, leading a life of opulence. But a bird is sitting on the tree, eating little food with the baby birds. And a simple householder, eating simple food, whatever he has. For all these 3 people, time is ticking. Time is ticking. The king who got used to opulent foods, king doesn't know. Very soon, he has to give it up. But for Sridhar, time doesn't work. Why? What is it? Why time doesn't have influence? My Lord, today you keep me here, I'll chant Hare Krishna. You keep me there, tomorrow I'll chant Hare Krishna. Every sunrise and every sunset, Ayur Hardavaipam Sam, Udayan Astam Chayannaso. Every sunrise and every sunset, we are one day closer to death. Last day. But this statement will not work for those people. Tasyarde Yatakshanonita Uttam Shloka Vartyartha. That person who has dedicated his life to serving Krishna is one day closer to going back to Godhead. So there is no need of fear. Otherwise, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I. Suddenly one day doctor says you have 3 months, to the extent by this time you're fully absorbed in bodily consciousness, you're identifying with assets, everything. I have a question for all of you. You're identifying with the relatives, identifying with the assets, identifying with this world. What is that you're identifying with? Body. To the extent you're absorbed in bodily, what will come? What is the gift? When you're absorbed in bodily platform, what will come to you? Fear. Bhayam dvitiya abhinevashitasya. To the extent you're bodily absorbed, that much extent, you'll be gripped in fear. What is his name? Dhritarashtra. He's telling, Vidura is telling, hey, dekho, how much gripped in fear you are. Still you don't want to leave the palace enjoyment. Andha vadeva badiro, manda prajnasa sampradam, nisirnadanto mandagni, saraga kapamudbhavan. By birth you are blind, recently you became deaf also. And your digestion is gone. When you're coughing, the phlegm is coming because that's not. Still, your desire to enjoy is not gone down. You are gripped in fear. Get out from here. For one reason was Vidur came to tell Dhritarashtra. Today nobody goes to forest. Everyone is scared. All goes to the university education. Hey, this body, make money, you'll be happy. Does anyone take Vanaprastha? Nobody takes Vanaprastha. Prabhupada writes in the first canto, everyone is Dhritarashtra nowadays. Whether you take it or either you'll be ejected forcefully or you give it up voluntarily. If you give it up voluntarily, it is called bhakti. If you're rejected forcefully, it's called karma. Life is a choice. 2 friends are going in the forest. Suddenly, dacoits attacked them. Then second guy said, hey, you gave me that $1,000 loan, right? Take it right now. The first guy said, definitely not now. I don't want right now. Once we go home, you pay it. It's a joke. How many of you understand? So when you give it up, when you give it to Krishna, it's called bhakti. When Krishna takes in the form of time, it's called When you give it up, it's bhakti. When Krishna takes in the form, it's called karma. Understanding or not? So, and this is what I want to say. Lord Shiva, as Satyam Vishuddham Vasudeva, is seated on that platform. That's why he was immune to what Daksha's curse, immune to what Daksha said. And he's telling Parvati, I'm telling you, you're going to, the consequences are not very good. If you ask me, don't go. So in anywhere did he speak ill of Shiva, Daksha? He didn't speak of Daksha. But one thing he addressed, if the relationship is not good, don't go. Prabhupada says calling spade as spade is nothing wrong. Because others should know. But you should not go beyond that. Sorry, I'm a little late. Thank you very much. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll add that. Amma.
Whatever you are good at for the future. So sometimes we also we may not be good at something, but we are bound to do that. Just maybe somebody is not present with somebody may be not good at kids and there is no one. But for the figure of Krishna, I have to do that. So shall we invest time to develop that expertise if we are not good at it? It's just an example with kids, maybe somebody is not good at cooking or preaching, but shall we invest our time to get that expertise?
Nice question. Thank you very much. Yes, very unfar. I mean, Krishna's mercy we cannot understand, inconceivable. Devotees are always small in number. So, if you really ask me, especially America, India, you see so many tons of devotees everywhere. But in America, yes, we need that. So, there is nothing wrong trying to pick up expertise and those areas where we are not good at, why not? So, temple, for example, okay, there should be a mridanga player. Ladies can learn mridanga. Suddenly you see 20 people, you don't need to look for a preacher. Just speak. Honestly speaking, we should pick up various abilities, so that we can do not multitasking, but we should be equipped. Otherwise, what happens? You'll become dependent on that person. Okay, Bhakti Shastri. Honestly speaking, I read books and I started teaching Bhakti Shastri. No, I didn't take any Bhakti Shastri course. Because then what happens? You have to go to India to learn Bhakti Shastri. Nobody is offering. But if I leave, then the problem. You can't believe. I just got visa with great difficulty. I got visa. I went back to India actually. I just landed. I came into the New York. I walked into West Virginia temple. There are people waiting. They don't know what to do. I didn't even put, maybe somebody took my luggage upstairs. I started speaking. So the American need is like that. Understand? So sometimes people go back to India. Hey, pouring glass of water in Ganga, you're not doing great service to Ganga. But if the same glass of water you pour in somebody, dying in the desert, one person, this glass of water will save one person. That is America. Many people want to come to America and preach, but unfortunately they don't have visas. You have visa. So, okay, one day you'll come here, there is nobody singing. Singing without proper tune, that's okay. Holy name, nobody can contaminate. But if you sing nicely, presentation, it's very important. Learn Mridanga. Learn Mridanga, harmonium, why not? Or if you can't, make your children do that. Prabhupada said preachers should know 5 things. How to cook, how to play instruments, how to drive, and how to preach, Shastra Gyan, and one more, even read the scriptures, and how to speak, how to present it very convincingly. These 5 things preachers should know. Prabhupada said that. You know, even if you can't preach, just go and read books. We'll read together Bhagavad Gita. You don't need to give lectures. Preaching means engaging others in rendering service to Krishna. Krishna will identify them when they come to our temple and do service, pot wash, sweeping the floor. Something. Either they should serve the devotee or Krishna. They'll open a bhakti account. One day they'll go back to Godhead. Okay? But one last point. We should not compete with somebody. That competition will bring envy. That's deadly. Any other question? Yes.
Thank you.
Does it answer your question?
Thank you. Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I might have missed it. I'm trying to understand this. In the fifth canto, it says Lord Shiva meditates on Sankarshan. But here he says Vasudeva. Do you understand?
Actually, you know, what is that? This is Sankarshan and Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Vasudeva Chaturya only. You know? So, then when one sense not different, you know, here it is very clearly mentioned Vasudeva platform is transcendence. You know, for example, what is that? He comes from Sankarshan. If you really go to strictly the Tattva, you know, so, but not that, for example, Shiva also goes to Golok Vrindavan. You know, he also meditates on the pastimes. He also became Shiva Gopi in Vrindavan. In the evening, he is decorated as a Gopi. In daytime, he is decorated as Mahadev. So, what is that? In his constitutional position, but Shiva also has Tattva Prabhu. Ekadasi Rudras, you know. So, what is that? He meditates on Sankarshan, no doubt. But he also, like we also sing Narsingarti.
Yes.
And before that, we do Guru Puja. And then Hare Krishna Mantra, right? Balram Jayanti, you meditate on Balramji. So if you go to Madan Mohan temple, you'll meditate on Madan Mohan. If you go to LA temple, you'll meditate on Dwarkadish. Yeah? So there is variety. Okay? So he meditates on the Radha Krishna Leela also. Does it answer your question?
Yes. Can I ask an extended question?
Yes.
Prabhuji, in that fifth canto, it says he also chants the mantra of Sankarshan.
Hmm.
This question comes right, Prabhuji. Sankarshan's mantra we never heard, and we never heard that it's part of any yugas. That is the mode of deliverance. Is there any particular significance that he focuses only on Sankarshan mantra?
Actually, basically, Lord Shiva, Sadashiva comes from Sankarshan. That's why all the snakes. Origin of Shiva is Sankarshan. He comes from Sankarshan. So that's why he meditates. You know, that is mentioned there. Any other question? Yes.
Can we practically implement it?
Which one?
What about them?
Ah,
Not hearing the remotely really on doubt. But in the temple setup, can we use implement that?
nice part. Actually, to the extent you go forward, I mean, we cannot, you know, what is that? We cannot imitate, we can follow. Anukaran, not Anush. Not Anukaran, Anusharan. If you like, you know, sometimes Prabhupada times also, you know, Prabhupada would walk one way, you know, Prabhupada would speak one way. That's not good actually. But Anusharan, following the footsteps is better. So what is the moral of Kalashidhar? Humble to the core. Second thing, he did not want anything. Third thing, he wants pure bhakti. That we can practice anywhere. Shyam Kishore was telling yesterday, you know, if you make progress, how much we make progress is based on how much humility we developed. If on real tattva wise, we are only 10 power minus 4 tip of the hair, the tiny. Everything we identify ourselves with, they're all designations, upadhis. 50 years ago, they were not there. 50 years later, they won't be there. To the extent we hang on to the upadhis, that much extent we have to understand we are impelled by false ego. Means it's a contamination. To the extent we are contaminated, that much extent we cannot be humble. That much extent we cannot be humble, that much extent we cannot feelingly call Krishna's name. Even if we chant extra rounds, we are holding to the mind. Like, we all have experience. In India, exams means mugging. We by heart we keep it here. Once the exam is over, we forget. Likewise, here also will end. But the real thing is, I'm talking to myself, humility. That is one reason why I go for Bhakti Division sometimes. Where you rejected. I just went for Bhakti Division a few days ago. I was just standing there and giving flyers actually. So my doctor, he came, he saw me, I was just distributing flyers. So that's very good. When somebody sees you, yeah, this is my position, I'm a beggar on the street. I don't have any bank account, So if every position, temple president is also a designation. 10 years ago you are not, 10 years you won't be. What is the real position? Standing there and distributing Krishna's mercy, that is the real designation. And I liked it. I told him that. He was shocked actually. I was just standing and distributing books. These are all the tests. Then we make progress. What do you think?
With respect to, we look at his pastime, with respect to working with other devotees and doing Nirjan Bhajan.
Okay. Nirjan Bhajan, that's why I said I added one line when I was telling that. We cannot be Kalash either because he is able to do without Sangha, but we cannot do that. Tandera Charana Savi Bhakta Sanivas Janama Janama Sai Hey Abhilash. Without Sangha, the moment actually one lecture, Radhana Swami says, when you think you can make it on your own without association of devotees, Radhana Swami says you're already fallen. The thought itself, because we cannot. Kaliga battalions is very powerful. We need Sangha. But in that Sangha, we should talk about Krishna only. Bhagavatam. So we cannot do Nirjan Bhajan. What is the first one you said? One more. Nirjan Bhajan we cannot do.
With respect to Seva, that is good for me. Service of directing yourself and good work is good. But with respect to like wrong inspirations should not be taken. Like, okay, just like what I was I'll sit in my own operation.
No, I told that. So this he is able to do on his own. But later he also, if you see that group of people coming to Jagannath Puri, Kalav Sridhar was also there in that group. So maybe initially he was not there, but he was part of the 400 group, that group. Any other point or question? Otherwise we'll end. Online, anyone wants to add anything? Okay, thank you. Only one comment. This Janmashtami, somebody? Any question? Somebody's adding something.
No. Prabhuji, I was just saying thank you very much for the wonderful answer.
So the point I want to make is Janmashtami is coming. I know Saturday, Sunday, Monday we are doing it. Today evening we have actually the combined Bhakti Ruksha. Hope the message has gone to everyone. Right? Yes. So we are also today. So actually there's not many, some people dropped. So anyway, Bhagavad was telling, he sent an RSVP. So how many people will come? 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 people, whatever. Based on that, we can cook. One point I want to make is Janmashtami is coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This year, if you really ask me, we should increase. Actually, Nandigan was telling yesterday, all the Bhakti Ruksha leaders should focus not on cooking and selling stuff. He told me yesterday, he called everyone individually, he said, and focusing, he said we should focus on meeting people and inviting them to our groups, Bhakti Ruksha groups. Otherwise, we'll just, we get 5,000-6,000 people just in 2-3 days. And for us to see them again, it takes 1 more year. And we are happy with $4,000-5,000, If one devotee is impressed, he'll give that. So we don't need to, we don't need to really invest the time there. Best thing is, those people who are not preachers, they should do that. But the leaders should come and meet people. And a part of welcome team, Kadam Khan Close welcome team. And what do you all think? Also, we should, more and more cultural programs. We should talk today evening. Today evening also there is a meeting, community meeting. First time you are doing that. I don't know whether it's good or not to club both. At least Bhakti Ruksha is fine. That's where maximum number of people come. Community doesn't need to come because some community will come only Sunday. So this is a devotee meeting. We let us put that way. But there is some discussion also. Huh? Actually, it's a congregation, not a community. We don't want community to come. So that way, certain things can be discussed. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please forgive me if I've spoken anything wrong as your humble servant. Very grateful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna ki jai.